Hey everyone, back with another weekly video for you guys. It is now the middle of summer and it is very hot and it's very sunny. And last year, what I actually got done was I got all my windows tinted with 18% tint, and it's kind of helped with the heat. However, when I'm still inside the car, I find that the sun is just killing me through the T-tops here. They're not very dark from factory, and especially when the sun is just like right in front of you here, it's just burning my face. I know you can get the factory T-top covers, but I'm not really a fan of those. I still like to see through the roof. So what we're going to be doing is tinting the T-tops with 5% tint. This one here I actually tinted already, but I used 35% tint and it barely made a difference. I thought it would be a little bit more noticeable. That one has nothing on it. So I'm going to be taking this tint off. We're going to redo it with 5%. I'm going to start with this one just so we can compare the two when it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and take that T-top off. We'll move it into the table in the back and we can get started on getting it ready for the tint. Okay, so we got the T-top on the table here. I already cleaned the outside part of the glass, and if we flip it over, there's a few things we got to do before we can put some tint on. Obviously we have to clean the inside part. Also, the factory T-tops come with these little tabs for the T-top covers. Since we don't need them, I'm just going to be removing them with a razor blade. There's just some glue underneath, and then we'll clean up the residue. Also, this interior panel is going to be coming off. I have the one from the other T-top here, and as you can see, they're pretty beat up. The plastic's all chipped and the cloth is coming off. So I'm actually going to be swapping over to these guys. I just got these from a scrapyard and I painted them black and they turned out pretty good. So we'll be using these. And that's about it. Just to let you guys know, I'm not a professional tinter. I've only done this once, and that's when I did that other T-top. It was okay, it wasn't perfect, but I'm surprised it came out as good as it did. So what we're going to be doing is just using some water and some soap, some glass cleaner. We have a squeegee and a razor blade and our tint. So I'm going to kind of just speed through the whole process. I'll put the camera down and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so just finished up. Everything went pretty good. It's definitely not perfect though, it has a few little imperfections here and there, but for the most part it looks great. And if we look at it from the other end here, you can't even tell. So before I put the interior stuff back together, I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the car real quick and you can see what it looks like. Alright, so back in the car, there's the T-top we just did, that's 5%, the old one 35%, and the side window is 18%. So you can definitely see the difference in the darkness. It's still super easy to see out of, it just cuts down on the light, and it's very hard to see any of those imperfections I was telling you about earlier, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing to this T-top, and I'll be back with you guys when it's all finished up. Alright, so I have both of the T-tops all done, and I have the interior all back together. I really like this fabric paint. It comes out really nice on the cloth as well as the plastic. This is the driver's side here. Everything was pretty good other than this little crease that I accidentally made, but whatever, you barely notice it. This was the passenger side. I think this one's the best one. Very little imperfections on it. So now with these both done, I'm going to get them on the car and we can see how they look. Alright, so we're back in the car and we have both of the T-tops on with the 5% tint, and the sun is still out. It's not as bright as it was earlier, but it's still out in the clear, and not sure how easy it is for you guys to tell, but I can definitely tell a big difference. It's a lot dimmer in here and the heat isn't as intense. This tint was pretty cheap. It was like 20 bucks on eBay, so for what it is, I'm happy with the results. And if we take a look outside, it's nice and black. You can't even see inside the car. So hopefully you guys found this video interesting. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.